So, as the continuation of last chapter, consumers and incentives of semester 1 economics major introductory microeconomics, University of Delhi. Now we are going to discuss how the price change of a commodity influences the budget line. Also the income change will also be discussed. So first let's discuss price change. Okay. So in this graph, you can see the first budget line is here. We know that 6 and 12. We discussed this example in last class. Suddenly, the price of sweater is increased. Okay. That is, with an increase in the price of sweater, budget constraint pivots inwards. Okay, we say it as pivot because one of the intercept is not getting changed. In the quantity of jeans is not getting changed, only the quantity of sweater is changed. Okay, that means the income is fixed. Let's say earlier the price of sweater was with 25 rupees, so you could buy 12, but now it has increased to 50 rupees. The price of the sweater now is 50 rupees. So you need to get 300. With how much quantities of sweater you can now exhaust the budget of 300. 50 multiplied with 6 gives you 300. So now the intercept will be 6 because as the price increased, yes, but the consumer could only buy a little amount of sweaters. So now it pivoted inwards, not down. So this I just drew like downwards. It is pivoting, not shifting downwards. Okay, it pivots because earlier you had 25 rupees, so 25 multiplied with 12 gave you 300, but now it's 50 rupees, so 50 multiplied by 6 gives you 300. That's the thing. Here the opportunity cost changes, slope changes. Okay. Next, there is an outward pivot in the budget constraint. So that is when a price decrease. So let's say the jeans price was 50 rupees first, but now it is 25 rupees. So we can say how is the intercept calculated? Intercept is calculated when all the amount, all the income is put to purchase to the particular good. So earlier 50 multiplied with 6 gave you 300, but now it's 25 rupees for the jeans. So let's say with 300 rupees you can buy 12 jeans because 25 multiplied by 12 gives you 300 rupees. So now this pivots outwards. That is, consumers' income can buy more units of a good if the price goes down. Here also the slope changes, opportunity cost changes. Okay. Next is when the income changes. So earlier it was 300, right? Now it changed to, income changed to 600. That means the price of the goods have not changed. Sweater is still 25 and jeans is still 50. So with 600 rupees, how many sweaters can you buy now? Now with 300 you could buy 12 sweaters. So with 600 you can buy 24 sweaters. So intercept is now here. And the jeans, with 300 you could buy 6. That means with 600 you can buy 12 jeans. So now the intercept is here with the new income. Thus pivots, so not pivots, it shifts. It's an outward shift because both the intercepts are changing here. So we cannot see it as a pivot but as a shift. We can see it as a shift. And increase in income shifts the budget constraint outwards. The number of jeans and sweaters you can buy with more budget. Slope will not change as opportunity cost of purchasing either sweater or jeans does not change with an increase in the income. Right. So when you calculate, you'll get to know that with more clarity. It's easy. In the income change, there is no slope change or no opportunity cost. There is the slope won't change as well as the opportunity cost won't change. Next is 5.3 from the buyer's problem to the demand curve. So this is explaining what a demand curve is. Okay. You can see. So for a pair of jeans, when it is 25 rupees, you demand 4 pairs of jeans, right? But with 50 pairs of jeans, 50 rupees, you just demand 3 pairs of jeans. And when it is 75 rupees, again increased. Two pairs of jeans, and when the price is 100, you just are able to afford 1 pair of jeans. That means when the price increases, quantity demanded decreases. That gives a negative slope, right? That is with 100 rupees you just want 1 pair of jeans, with 75 rupees you just want 2 pair of jeans, with 50 rupees you just want 3 pairs of jeans, and with 25 rupees you just want 4 pairs of jeans. So the demand curve shows how the quantity demanded depends on the price of the goods. Demand curve shows how the quantity demanded depends on the price of the goods. So this table summarizes the quantity demanded of pairs of jeans at different prices, and the figure plots those numbers with quantity demanded on x-axis and price on the y-axis. That's it. That is a demand curve maps how quantity demanded responds to price changes, holding all else equal. Ceteris paribus. Next is 5.4 consumer surplus. Again an easy concept. Okay. So consumer surplus is the difference between what a buyer is willing to buy for a good and what the buyer actually buys. With the help of graph, I will explain that. That is, the buyer is actually ready to buy the still $100. That is willing to buy it for $100. But it is available at $50. This good is available at $50. The buyer is willing to buy till the price of $100. So this portion is called consumer surplus. Okay. So here the consumer surplus is here the consumer surplus is $50 and here the consumer surplus is $25. 75 minus 50. Okay. Market forces cause change in consumer surplus but do not typically change satisfaction from actual consumption. Okay. So here what will be the consumer surplus? It will be minus 25. Okay. So consumer surplus is the vertical distance between your maximum willingness to pay and the market price, which we represent with, so here it is represented with blue line. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Then this is the consumer surplus here. Let's see how this consumer surplus is calculated. Okay, consumer surplus is calculated as base of the triangle. This is the base of the triangle multiplied with height. This is the height of the triangle divided by 2. So here you can say the base of the triangle as 60 multiplied with height. Let's say that is 125 minus till this part, right? 50. Oh. 125 minus 50 gives you 75. So 75 by 2. So this gives you 2.25 billion. You can see the calculation here. Base of the triangle multiplied with height of the triangle by 2 gives you $2.25 billion. This is how consumer surplus is calculated. Okay. Next is when the price increases, how was the consumer surplus changed? When price increases, definitely consumer surplus will decrease. That is, the higher the price, the smaller the difference between the willingness to pay and the market price. That is, when the price increases, quantity demanded decreases. We discussed it in the last concept. So here from $50, the market price increased to $75. So now we have the base of the triangle as, earlier it was 60, but now it is 40. Then height as 125 minus 75, that is 50. Then by 2, which gives you 1 billion. Okay. So with the price increase from 50 to 75, 1.25 billion is lost in the consumer surplus. Okay, that is, earlier it was 2.25, now it is 1 billion, so 1.25 billion is lost. Okay. Next is demand elasticity. I have made some detailed, very much explained notes on demand elasticities, which I will share in the next class, which will be more, more good, I think. It has more explanations than this chapter, than what in your study materials. So basic thing. So what is demand elasticity? So elasticity measures the sensitivity of one economic variable to a change in another. That is, when the price is decreased by 2%, how much percent decrease, or how much percent change is there in the quantity demanded. That is the sensitivity of one economic variable to a change in another. That is ratio between percentage changes in variables. So here the direction and size of change is taken into account. Let's say that as the percentage change demand for a commodity with respect to percentage change in any of the factors affecting demand for the commodity is the demand elasticity. Okay. Now let's say Associated with demand curves, there are three types of elasticities. Price elasticity of demand curve, cross price elasticity of demand curve, and the income elasticity of demand curve. So demand elasticity we studied, like it is the percentage change in the demand of a commodity with respect to percentage change in any of the factors affecting demand of the commodity. These factors can be price elasticity, can be price, so that is price elasticity of demand, and when the demand is changed with the change in income, that will be income elasticity of demand. And cross price elasticity of demand means with change in the related goods. Okay. Related goods can be substitutes, like that. Okay. So yeah, that's it. And this price elasticity of demand measures. So let's move to the price elasticity of demand. It measures the percentage change in quantity demanded of a good due to a percentage change in its price. This is calculated in three ways. Percentage method or proportionate method, then total outlay or expenditure method, then geometric method. So which we will discuss in next class. So by then, happy learning.